This lively liquid was brought to Earth from outer space. It had its own life form and could control its own mind. According to the researchers who discovered it, it could parasitize on animal, even take part in symbiosis with human. It also had the ability to help us cure diseases. This discovery would bring huge commercial value. Scientists quickly ran a test on human body. The black liquid was kept into a glass jar. A volunteer was brought into the test room, then the room was locked up. They stood outside watching. This made the volunteer freak out. When the black liquid was let out, the volunteer desperately called for help. The black liquid then quickly crawled on the volunteer's body, and wanted to transform this man. Then the liquid slowly infiltrated into his body. Scientists looked at the figure of the volunteer's body, and they saw no change at all. When the volunteer relaxed his body, that liquid made the man wriggle his body, caused him a lot of pain. It seemed like this liquid did not like this man, so it got out. So the test was failed. Actually, the another liquid had soon taken part in symbiosis with another human. The liquid's partner could heal themselves. They were always hungry, would love to eat raw things. And they were incredibly strong. Moreover, this liquid could freely find a host. In a different scene, Eddie, a reporter journalist, discovered this secret. He broke in the lab where the liquid was kept. He saw many volunteers, some were sleeping in a high-temperature room. Some were so scared of the experiments and sitting in the corner. This girl saw Eddie. She quickly ran into the door and begged him for help. It turned out these volunteers were forced to come here. Eddie recognized this girl. In a moment of panic, he pushed a warning button. The room temperature suddenly went up. This caused a lot of pain to the girl. Eddie broke the door. The girl unconsciously jumped towards him. Then the liquid infiltrated Eddie. Eddie was so scared, his mind went blank and he started to run. He dodged the guard's attack, kicked down and destroyed the door to get out. The men who were chasing behind him would not stop shooting. Finally, Eddie could escape by climbing up a tree. After the pursuit, Eddie could not hold himself together yet, and he was very thirsty. He felt hungry and started to eat voraciously. He even delicately ate the leftover chicken drumstick. When Eddie recovered, he started to vomit. When he looked at himself in the mirror, he was so scared that he passed out. The first thing he did when he woke up was come to his ex-girlfriend, who was a lawyer, and told her the secret of that lab. His ex-girlfriend did not want to hear from him, and thought Eddie was crazy. Now the hunger came to Eddie again, and he was furiously looking for food. He just kept on eating and eating. He would not calm down until he jumped in the fish tank. The ex-girlfriend was yelling at him, but he picked up a lobster in the tank and ate it. His action scared everyone in the restaurant. The lobster was raw, but he ate it delicately. With these unusual changes on his body, Eddie was taken to a hospital to do a checkup. When Eddie was about to undergo the MRI, his body went on a seizure, so the MRI machine could not read the result. The doctor thought Eddie had a parasite in his body. Then men from the lab found Eddie's place. When they were about to shoot Eddie, the black liquid started to act. It could take down many people in one punch, then easily threw them away. The liquid on Eddie's hand was just like stringy pasta. It could be used as a weapon even with the feet. Even when Eddie was exhausted, his body still kept on attacking. Eddie would not believe in his eyes. He jumped out through the window. The liquid helped Eddie dodging the bullets and escaped. The liquid introduced itself. It was venom. Eddie did not want to be parasitized, so he went to a doctor and asked for help. Eddie's ex finally witnessed the power of venom. Then she turned on the electrical wave. Venom was struggling inside Eddie's body. Then it got out and was locked in the room. The doctor did not know anything about this liquid, and when they were discussing, venom escaped. It went out from the ventilating way, and then parasitized on a puppy, and saw Eddie was taken away. It turned out that the scientist was parasitized by another liquid. He knew that venom used to be in Eddie's body. So the scientist sent men to execute Eddie in a remote area. At this moment, venom appeared and killed those men. The venom kissed Eddie. It turned out that venom parasitized inside Eddie's ex-girlfriend's body. And now it had come back to Eddie's body. Then venom told Eddie its secrets about its fellow creatures. They would come to invade the Earth by the scientist's rocket. In their world, venom was a loser. It did not want them to come here and invade the Earth, because it was enjoying the life here. So it decided to stop the scientist with Eddie. Venom now was fighting with its fellow creature. They transformed their hand into different kinds of weapon. Venom was knocked down. It clearly was not in the same level with the opponent. The enemy tried to pull out venom from Eddie. Seeing venom was about to be swallowed, Eddie pulled venom back. In this chaotic battle, the scene was so horrified. With the help of Eddie's ex-girlfriend, they used electrical wave to separate the enemy venom with the scientist. Moment later, Eddie was once more attacked from behind. Venom quickly parasitized in his body to save Eddie. Then Eddie jumped up, tore down the rockets when it was launched. A massive explosion went off. In the next days, the symbiosis between Eddie and Venom went on well. With the lead of Eddie, he and Venom protected the town by catching criminals. Then Eddie came back with his ex-girlfriend. So here came the problem. Now Eddie and Venom were in love with the same woman. This is the end. Goodbye and see you next time.